All right. Awesome. Okay. So tonight's training was specifically kind of created or thought of or whatever you want to call it because on Saturday, I believe, I made a post on social media just saying I've been Emerald for a year. Maybe it was Friday, whatever day it was, it doesn't matter. I've been Emerald for a year and I'm doing it again and I want to get up to the top again, kind of a thing. It didn't say exactly that, but and I said I was looking for 12 people that I want to grow this business with, blah, 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 blah. So not obviously, that's why we're having this training. So obvious to me, not obvious to everyone. I didn't mean for it to be misleading or whatever, but that was meant to draw in new people because, of course, it's important for every single one of us to constantly be bringing in new people because that's part of how this works. You have to be signing new level ones all the time. You have to be growing your business all the time because different people are going to be at different stages in their business. Different people are going to want different things out of their business, and some people are going to leave you. And you've probably all figured that out as well. People are going to leave you sometimes, and that's okay. That's part of the business. And so there will be people who stay with you for a season. There will be people who stay with you for the duration. And there will be people who you're like, wait, you didn't even give it a try. Like, why are you leaving already? It makes no sense. But that's the ebb and flow of this business. So the point of my post was really, it was just, I had hit a year. I saw it come up in my news feed as a saved memory or whatever. And I thought, ooh, I'm going to do this post. It just says, I'm ready to do this all over again. And actually, if you have any way to spin that post in a way that works for you, it was really successful. I'm probably going to get 4 ambassadors out of it, which is crazy 3 years into this business that I could do that. So I know you can't say exactly what I said, but if there's a way for you to read that post and kind of think, ooh, how could I apply this to my life? How could I apply this to my business, where I am with my maybe a business that you have and you're ready to quit, or you've quit, or you're finally 6 months in and you haven't had to work full time, or whatever it is that you could spin it and say, and I'm ready to do this again, because it motivated people to be like, okay, I want to do this with her. She's ready to do it again. She's on fire. I want to be with her on this, new team, as some people thought, which I swear it doesn't say new team. But anyway, maybe it does. Maybe I'm crazy. Whatever. There's no new team. Y'all are my people. That's not changing at all. You're always going to be my people. But obviously, we're going to add new people to our people. All of us should constantly be adding new people. So what are those precious 12 new people going to get that you don't have? Nothing. Because I had people say to me, wait, I want to be on your new team. I'm like, no, there's no new team. You are on the team. Like, you're in it. Well, I want to know what's going on with those new 12 people. Well, they're going to learn the same things y'all learn. So I thought, well, let's just take a few minutes and go through what resources we have to grow a business. And a little bit of that, I want to tell you a little bit of my story-ish. And I've said this a few times. When I joined, I just kind of did it on my own. And that was partially by choice and partially not. I'm a very self-driven, self-motivated person. So that part of it just was like, okay, let's figure this out. Let's go for it. And then part of it was there was no one knocking on my door saying, hey, do you need anything? Hey, what can I do to help you? There were no team calls. There just wasn't that kind of support was not there. And so I just thought, you know what? I don't need somebody else to hold my hand. I will figure this junk out and I will make this work myself. And so what did I do to make it work? Some of the things I did, all of the things I did, are the things that I tell y'all to do all the time. How many of you know the greatest YouTube videos out there? How many of you know where to go to find really good trainings on the products, really good trainings on the business? If you have a question or you feel stuck about something, do you go look for an answer? The first place I go is literally, I'm not kidding you, the first place I go is to YouTube when I have a question, and I usually type in Plexus because I want it to be Plexus driven. I want a Plexus ambassador to be telling me what I want to know, and then whatever my question is. Plexus 3-way calls, Plexus new ambassador training, Plexus product information, Plexus ProBio 5 and BioCleanse. Whatever my questions are, I go to YouTube, because you know what? There are amazing ambassadors, typically diamonds, rubies, senior rubies, who do trainings on these things. And then quite frankly, it depends on how much time I have. If I have a good bit of time, I might, go through 2 or 3 15-minute trainings. If I've got very little time, I might find somebody's 4-minute training. Who is I can never remember her name. Somebody put in the chat, who is the young woman who is military? She's a military wife. She has young kids. She's a diamond, and she's kind of loud and boisterous with dark hair. Do y'all remember who that is? Did you know there was going to be a quiz tonight? Emily Roberts. Good job. That's right. Okay, awesome. I could not remember that. She's one I love to go listen to what she has to say, because she's got some really great 3-minute trainings and she's got some really great 30-minute trainings. But she's one of the ones that I might even just go look on her YouTube channel and say, okay, let's look at what Emily's put out recently, or subscribe. How many of you have gone out and subscribed to some of your favorite people? Because when you subscribe, you get notifications every time they have a new video. So subscribing to them is a great way to know what they're doing. I can't always keep up with that personally, so I prefer to go seek out information when I want it. Whatever works better for you is what you should do. So let's talk about some other people that I would say that you should subscribe to or follow or seek out when you need help. Melissa Martin. Melissa Martin is a sapphire underneath Haley, our diamond. So she is a sideline to me and to you. And she's amazing. She has really, really great information about closing the deal. So whenever you feel like, man, I can talk to them forever, but they never buy, go seek out something from Melissa Martin. She's incredible. She has lots of great trainings. She's got a really unique way about her, which I love. I think she's fantastic. So she's definitely one that I seek out. Melissa Eichenhorst is a diamond, completely different personality. She's got this sweet disposition to her, and she's got great information. And y'all, the coolest thing is you're going to get lots of different perspectives when you do this. Not everything is going to work for you. I was telling a group the other day, I actually gave them 2 different people who gave videos on the very same topic. So it was cold calling. It was contacting people who haven't reached out to you. You're just going to start reaching out to people. And these 2 diamonds had very different perspectives on how they do that. And so it's, you won't resonate with everything you listen to or everything you read. You might go, oh no, I cannot do that. And then look for somebody else who has more of a routine or more of a pattern like you. If you are really, really busy, go seek out those diamonds who are, Brenda, y'all have to help me. I forgot her last name too. In Wisconsin, Brenda with 12 kids. Brenda Martin. I saw you. I read your lips. Thank you. Yes, Brenda Martin has 12 kids. If you're a homeschooling mom with a lot of kids, go find out how someone like you does business. Go follow Brenda Martin. Do you see what I'm saying? There are teachers who still work full-time. There are, professionals in real estate and all kinds of business professionals who do this business as well. There are nutritionists. Ame Darling, A-I-M-E-E, Darling, Ame Darling, and Wendy Larson are amazing, amazing nutritionists. They are the people I go to their page when I have a product problem, a product question, or want to send product information to a new customer or a new ambassador. I have a new ambassador who said to me, I really need a good product video so I understand what the heck I just got myself into. And I just sent her, I'm not going to try to teach her something someone else has done so well. Why would I do that? I'm not a nutritionist. They're going to believe a nutritionist well over me because I'm just an accountant. So I sent her, there's an amazing Wendy Larson video. It's about 19 minutes long. If you just put in YouTube, Wendy Larson product, it's the first one that pops up. And it is the most phenomenal video. I've posted it on my team page 1,000 times. It is fantastic, and it's a great place to start when you need product information. But then Ame Darling does just a video on the triplex, just a video on the ProBio and the BioCleanse. Why do they work? What are they doing? She does one on the Slim. I think she goes through every single product, honestly. And so if you don't understand a product, just go look for her videos, and they are going to be a huge help to you. Tamara Holloway. I really like her too. She's a diamond and she's a great one to follow. And when I'm talking about following, there's two different things that I think you can follow people for both reasons. Go on Facebook and hit follow. So don't hit the friend request because most of these people have maxed out on friend request or are getting pretty close. But you can follow them and everything they do that is public, you will see. So follow Melissa Martin, Melissa Eichenhorst, Tamara Holloway, Ame Darling, Wendy Larson. They're great. Their Facebook posts are going to help you. They're going to help you to build your own good Facebook posts. They're going to help you to understand how to create good Facebook posts, and you're going to get lots of different flavors, lots of different personalities. And then also follow them on YouTube, which can mean subscribe to them, where you're getting those automatic notifications for them. And the cool thing about subscribing to someone is that when you log into YouTube, they show up as one of your favorites or whatever, one of your subscribed, so that you automatically, how I'm having a hard time remembering names, I don't have to worry about that. When I go to my YouTube channel, if I'm subscribed to them, then the name is just there and I don't have to think about it. So those are great ones for that. A really cool website that y'all should check out is My Plexus Power. My Plexus Power. It is run by Sonia Dudley and Helen McFadden. And they are two of the very first diamonds. They came from Mary Kay. They tried to do the Mary Kay thing for decades. Seriously, I think they were in Mary Kay for like 20 years and never could get past making like $2,000 a month, nothing. And they were the top of the company, but still not making any decent money and had crazy inventory and going into debt. And they tell their whole story. But they're amazing, and they're in MLM for 20 years. They have this huge background of understanding MLM and understanding relationship building and all of that they share now as some of the very first diamonds in Plexus, and they are still diamonds in Plexus, and they're incredible. So they have this whole training website that you can go to, which is all fresh, new, interesting information that I don't share. It's completely different than what I share. So you're going to find really cool new stuff out there. There's even a fear series where they go through like a face your fears type training system. I think it's a 6-week face your fears that will help you to kind of break through some of those strongholds that you might be choosing not to do some things in Plexus because you're scared. So that one's great. And then so that one was My Plexus Power. The other one is Plexus Power Tools, plexuspowertools.com. And that is a free, parts of it are free, and then parts of it are $10. So you can get some photos, some images, that you can use on Facebook and whatever for free, and you can dig around a little bit. But the cool thing about Plexus Power Tools is they give you already written letters for new customers, information about how to take the products, lots of documents. So if you don't like to figure out how to write something, if you don't have the time to, sit down and write people how to take the products or write, how to cold message somebody or whatever, a lot of that stuff is already done for you. They have tons and tons of files. I think we'll have some time. So I'll show you, we can dig around in there for a minute and I can show you a little bit about that because I can share my screen and show you all that. So that was part of that. Okay, other things you have available to you. How many of you, I love this little thing, for real. Hold on. Who's actually gone through this? Raise your hands. I'm looking at you. Okay, I see like one hand up. I know. I hear you. But you have amazing resources right there, which we did not have when I started 3 years ago. We had, I'm sure I still have it somewhere, this chintzy little, hold on, I'm going to see if I have it right next to me. Oh, I bet I do. I just can't get all the way in this drawer because it's too tight here. Nope, I don't see it. I will find it. Teeny tiny little book that we got with like 5 pages. It was nothing like what we get now, but everything you need to know about wording to follow up with people, wording to reach out to people, and what to do step by step is in that book. If you ever think to yourself, I don't have what I need to be successful, just cut that right out of your vocabulary. It's not true. even if I never did another team call and never posted anything on my team page again, you have every single thing you need to be successful. Clearly, it is much easier when someone's presenting it and, you know, people are engaging with you every single day. I mean, I'm not saying those things aren't good. They are good. But if you were isolated on your own and had no support above you, you could still be successful in this business because of the tools that are out there. Wouldn't be nearly as fun, but you could still do it. So break into that success kit and really look at it. You paid for it. It was part of your sign-up fee. Just spend some time in there. Take notes on it. You know, you can see that mine has tabs, sticky notes, where I've gone through and there's different things that I've highlighted because they're important to me and important for me to learn. You know, catching up with somebody. What's some good wording? What's some long-term follow-up wording? What's some, you know, how do you start a new conversation with somebody? I mean, seriously, some of this stuff is hard for some people. I'm an introvert. I don't like starting random conversations with people. Unless I'm a good friend, you know, you're a good friend of mine, I struggle to hold just one of those like, hey, how are you type conversations. Like, that's torture for me. So that's the kind of thing I know I have to go read more and have, you know, get to learn and get to understand how to do those types of things. And all of that is in our success guides. So that's huge. And then your very own back office. And I don't know how many of you have spent the time, but there are tons and tons of resources in your back office, not only under multimedia, which is under tools, but also under training. You have the entire Super Saturday training that is out there. So whether you went to Super Saturday or not, that is the entire training the company believes you need in order to go silver. And really, at the end of the day, every single one of us should be trying to go silver every single month, meaning every single one of us should be trying to get 3 new ambassadors every single month. So you can say, well, I'm gold, I'm senior gold, I'm ruby. That training's not going to help me. Well, yes, it is, because your goal every single month is to go silver again. So going through that Super Saturday training, going through that, I think they call it the roadmap to rank up, to get you from brand new to silver is going to teach you the skills that you need to do and then duplicate every single month. Corporate tells us, you know, that if you go through that roadmap rank up, every single person should be able to turn silver in 30 to 60 days. So think about that. From the day you join, from the day you start putting in your best effort and really being serious about this, forget when you joined. You know, from today, if you write it in the sand and say, okay, I'm really going to do this. And, you know, they say I should be able to do this in 30 to 60 days. I'm going to get into that silver training and I'm going to work my way through it. And I'm actually going to do what they tell me to do. And then I'm going to commit to being silver in the next 30 to 60 days. Every single one of you can do that, because you have all the tools there. The hard part, making the time to actually go through the tools. And I know that's hard. And not being scared. Or better yet, you can be scared, because even at Emerald, I am still scared of things I do, but being scared and doing it anyway. And that's the big thing. You have to work through it. When someone asks you to give your testimony, don't say no. Stop making excuses. Just give your testimony. When someone asks you to be on a call or to do a live video or to, you know, comment on something or do a 3-way message or whatever it is, stop letting fear get in your way. Go to YouTube, watch some videos about whatever you've been asked to do, and say yes and do it scared, because you'll make it through. We all do, for real. Okay, so let's look at, I want to show you Plexus Power Tools because I want you to see it before you buy it. So hold on, let me go there and then come back here. Share my screen. Okay, can y'all see that? All right, so here is some of the, let me see what you can see. Up here we can see, oh yeah, we can see all the different types of documents. So getting started as an ambassador, a first customer letter, new customer follow-up letter, communications and follow-up best practices. So some of these are letters you would actually use and send out to someone. And then some of them are trainings. And this has all been approved by compliance. So this is all compliance friendly. This is actually not owned by Plexus Corporate. It is owned by a couple of ambassadors. I think it's a husband and wife team from what I remember. But every single thing they put out here has to be compliant and has to be approved by corporate. So here you've got an order confirmation letter. If you want to send somebody something that just says, hey, you know, I saw you get ordered. Directions on how to take the products. New customer welcome. And so any of these, I wonder if that's going to download. Yeah. Any of these, I'm not sure you'll be able to see it once that's my PTO work. Can you see this Word document I just opened? Or do you still see? No, I think I have to reshare it. Okay, so it opened a Word document that now I can actually edit. So if there's something in the document I don't like, then I can just go ahead and edit. So literally when I clicked on it, it just downloaded. But lots of different different graphics, and this one says, congratulations on your promotion. And so you've got all different kinds of graphics. Congratulations on turning silver. If somebody on your team, you want to do this and put their image on it or whatever. Like all just different stuff. You've got different testimonials. Oh, they took those down. Different documents on, and Spanish version documents, PDF documents, miscellaneous documents, recommending a regimen. P96 recipes, healing with probiotics. I bet that's an awesome one. Taking your weekly measurements, lots of neat stuff, and it's $10 a year. So you really can't go wrong if you feel like you really want some of that extra support in documentation and stuff, because this is a great way. Oh, don't do that. There's new ambassador welcome documents. So when someone joins your team, what are you doing? When somebody joins you, are you sending them anything? This is a great place to find maybe 2 or 3 things that you really like that you want to send to them. And then you can consistently, like that's part of your plan. Every time somebody joins me, I send them these 2 things or these 3 things or whatever it is. So those are really great. I have this light in front of me shining in my face. Okay. And then the other thing I wanted to show you, just to make sure we all know where we're going, I'm going to show you where our, hold on. I don't know why that password didn't save. It's so strange. Okay. Alrighty, share my screen again. Now we're in our back office. So we're going to go to training, and then we're going to go to Super Saturday. There's back office training, which is just about this back office right here. There's Success on Demand, which is our free success magazines. And then there's Super Saturday training. And so in the Super Saturday training, there's literally every video that we went through in Super Saturday. There's all this download your materials, increase your knowledge, all kinds of great stuff. How to share Plexus. Man, this chick was amazing. Do y'all remember her? This girl was all about telling stories. Every single person has to go watch this. This Share Plexus about building your story and being relatable, and like you could envision every single thing she was saying. She was incredible. I hope they're bringing her back to convention because she was amazing. But everything that we went through is here. And then like it says, download the Super Saturday materials. It's like a PowerPoint that you can go through. But these are all the videos that we watched. But whether you were there the first time or not, that is the type of information, that's the type of stuff that you need to go through to turn silver. Because just because you've seen a training once doesn't mean you've gotten everything out of it. That Wendy Larson product video, I've literally probably watched that 15 times, if not more, over 3 years. I think she made it like, a year and a half ago or whatever. So many times. So go out there and do all of that. Obviously, Plexus with a Purpose team page is a great place to find training materials. I try to give you all good training information constantly. daily, if not, every other day, something like that. And then the Plexus with a Purpose compliant testimonies group. I hope everybody's in there, because obviously that's going to give you hundreds of ideas on testimonies to post. And we all know, literally, you can copy and paste them right out of there. Don't hit the share button. But you can even do a search in any of those pages. You go to the magnifying glass and you put in energy, mood, allergies, maybe not that because it's not compliant, caffeine, sugar, all kinds of words that you can just hit buzzwords and find testimonies that were put in there a year ago. It doesn't have to be something really recent. So use your buzzwords, use your keywords. Sleep, that's a great one, to go in and do that. And the same in my team page. Put in the word ProBio 5, training, cold call, whatever it is. Even in my own team page, I go through and do that sometimes when I want to go find something, or when I want to tag one of y'all in something. Just do a search on the keywords and you can find lots of trainings that I thought were good, because every single thing I put in my team page I have watched, or I acknowledge, I agree with, whatever. So you're not going to find things in there that I've never seen, or that, I don't agree with. So hopefully that counts for something. So anyway, that is it. You have 1,000 million resources at your fingertips. You just have to use them. And of course, I am one of them. Your upline is one of them. And sometimes we get uplines who don't want to work as hard as we do, and that's okay. Don't let that stop you. Don't let that set you back, because that does not define you, and that does not define your business. You have plenty of people around you and above you who are working hard. And so, tie up with them, latch onto them, and the support and resources that I've told you about. And you can absolutely do this regardless of what anybody else around you is doing. It's between you, YouTube, and, yourself. That's it. And you can absolutely do this.